Okay, this is an addendum, or part 2 to our first video. We're standing in front of the Ozark Trail 20 by 10, 3-room tent, three-man tent or something like that. We only use the one room, we only sleep 2 people in it. You could fit a whole army in this tent. The last time we showed how to use it with an air conditioner. Because the reason why we bought this tent is because it comes with air conditioning vents in it on both sides, on both ends I should say, not on the side. And we did the original video because during the time when we were researching how to make this work practically, I mean how to go from, yes you have openings there, but how do you make a unit work effectively? And there wasn't anything out there that was even remotely intelligent or informative in any way demonstrative of how to make this work. So through a lot of trial and error, research, etc., we finally figured it out. We started out by using a half a tarp and the air conditioning unit with some things kind of stuffed around it. But we made those revisions, and now, at the risk of engaging in hubris, we have perfected this, at least for us. Certainly never want to use the term perfection, but we've made the adjustments that this thing now works well for us. This is an 8,000 BTU unit in a condition for which it was designed. It would cool a 350 square foot room. We're asking it to cool a 200 square foot room. Now initially we just were stuffing things in here, but we've created a gasket. You have to, as with all window units I should say, or wall units, I guess you could put this in a wall, but with all these kind of units you have to create a seal. You can't have hot air flowing in and cold air flowing out. It has to be sealed. So we've I was using milk crates initially, but I created this stand. Milk crates would still work just as fine, or just as well I should say, but I created this stand to be even with the bottom part of this opening here. I've used these foam blocks, or foam strips I should say. They're 2 by 2. They're actually for this. They're actually for a wall unit, window unit, and I bought them in a Walmart section where you get the air conditioning filters. So as you can see, this flap has to be over the top of this unit for rain, to seal in the air, to help seal in the air. So this pulls it tight. This is now tight to the window, to the opening, and these gaskets create a seal. These foam blocks create a gasket that creates a seal that doesn't allow for any escaping of air. We've got it tied down. They give you these little tags here to tie down with, because otherwise this just flop around. This has to be tied tight. So we've done that, and now we'll go inside and we'll take a look at the second most important aspect of this whole thing, and that is the seals. If you look here, see, this is the seal I was talking about. They're all around on the outside of this window area, this opening. This thing's blowing nice and cold, and it comes perfectly. It measures out perfectly into the opening. These are the vents blowing the cold air into the tent. These are the intake. I'm not sure the air conditioning terms, but basically it sucks the hot air in from the tent, blows it out. And you can see there's no sections for escaping air. no openings. So that was the second most important part. I'm going to demonstrate the most important part of the whole process, and that is this tarp, 20 by 10 tarp. The tent material itself is just not sufficient to, I should say, they're not designed for that. They're designed to be lightweight. They won't hold hot air in, and they won't hold cold air in by themselves. So I've always used a tarp. I've used this tarp. This is a 20 by 30 tarp, so this covers the whole thing. It's been likened to a baked potato when it's all done and down. But this provides the necessary insulation. Over here, tuck it around. You don't want it covering up your vents. You don't even want it covering up your side vents. Just kind of tuck it around. You can bungee it, strap it down. If there's grommet, you can tie it down. We're not expecting a lot of wind, certainly no rain this weekend, so we're not going to have, I'm not even going to worry about it. As you can see, this is not very aesthetically pleasing. It's ugly. It looks ugly. It's the only thing it is effective, highly effective. This works. This will keep this. It's now 8 o'clock, 8:30 in the morning. This will keep this tent cold throughout the entire day. Given that we're only in April, but still, in July, August, September, this will keep this tent cold. You could tuck these in. My wife hates this setup. It works. She likes the inside, but she doesn't like looking at the outside. It covers up the prettiness of the tent. So that's something to consider. You could, I'm sure there's a way to create an inside and interior frame that would have the same impact. And I'm sure there's other materials you could use, but for effectiveness, cost efficiency, this is a very cost-effective setup, and it's very simple and easy. So that's our part two. We've managed to make this work effectively. As we demonstrated in the first video, it wasn't effective. It wasn't keeping it cool all day. It was cool at night, but we still had the tarp